Hello everyone, I am Hema Sati Sharma, TGT Science, and students, we are discussing the chapter called Conservation of Plants and Animals. We have already discussed conservation and its definition, deforestation, causes and consequences of deforestation. We have also discussed conservation of forest and wildlife. We have discussed national parks and we have discussed wildlife sanctuaries. So today we will be discussing biosphere reserves. So what are biosphere reserves? These are the places where the conservation of wildlife, animals, plants and traditional life of tribes is done. So if you remember about wildlife sanctuary, there only animals are protected and human activities are prohibited. Whereas in wildlife sanctuaries, animals and plants as well as the ecosystem was conserved. Now, biosphere reserve goes one step ahead in preserving the traditional life of the tribal people who are living inside that forest. Now, biosphere reserves are the areas which are meant for the conservation of biodiversity. So, what is biodiversity? Bio means anything which is living. So, living things inside a forest will be microorganisms, plants, and animals. And diversity means that variety of the species of these living organisms. So, the biosphere reserves are the area which are meant for the conservation of the variety of living organisms, may they be microorganisms, plants, or animals, is done. Now, the biosphere reserves, they also conserves the biodiversity and the culture of that particular area. So, what does it mean? It means that biosphere reserve not only conserves biodiversity, which we discussed in the earlier point, it also conserves the culture of that particular area. Now, culture will be of human beings and the human beings which are residing inside that forest area. That means the tribal areas. So, the culture and traditional practices of those tribal people will also be conserved. So, in biosphere reserves, tribal people are allowed to live, and because it is their natural habitat, so they are allowed to stay there and they are allowed to be involved in their activities which are related to the forest. Now, there are some about 18 biosphere reserves in India, and here in this picture you can see that the biosphere reserves in India are represented by the red dots. There are more than 500 biospheres in over 100 countries. What are the functions of biospheres? A biosphere is intended to fulfill basically three basic functions. What are these functions? First is conservation function, as we discussed that conservation biosphere are meant for conservation of landscapes, that is the natural or scenic beauty, which is inclusive of the rock shelter and the painting of prehistoric times. Biosphere also preserve ecosystem, that is the interaction of living components and non-living components, and the species, that is biodiversity. Now, second is the development function, that biosphere reserves, they also encourage economic and human development, which is through forest and which is ecologically sustainable also. Now, what do we mean by ecologically sustainable? Ecologically sustainable means anything which can be there forever, that which can be stay forever, and it is ecologically positive also. That means it is not harming the environment also, and it is sustainable also. Now, logistic function provides support for research, education and information related to global issues and development. So, biosphere also provides support for the people who want to research about or who want to get some education about the forest, and they need the information about the forest, their plants, the animals and the species. A biosphere is providing these three functions, which are conservation, development, and logistic. What are biosphere reserve zones? Biosphere reserve zones are organized into three interlinked zones. So innermost is core area, which requires legal protection, because in the core area only the animal are staying. So it is a secured area, and this zoning scheme is flexible and can be used creatively. Why it is flexible? Because animals don't know the boundary that this is the core area and we have to stay here. As soon as animals are spreading, their population is spreading, so we can broaden the boundaries of core area also. Now, it is one of the strongest point of the biosphere concept and facilitates an integration of protected areas into broad landscapes. So core area provides the larger area which is there for protection of plants and animals. Now next is the middle zone is the buffer zone, and it is the intermediate zone between core area and the outermost zone, and it surrounds core areas, and it is used for activities which are compatible for the logistic functions. That means which is required for scientific research, which is required for training and for education. And the last one, or the outermost zone, is the transition area, and it is a part of the reserve where greatest activities are enabled. That means their offices of forest will be there, then travel tourism will be there, and therefore they promotes economic and human development. We can have boating there, we can have jungle safari there. So economic activities and human development activities are going on that area of the biosphere reserve. So these are the three areas or three zones which a biosphere reserve have. These are core area, buffer zone, and the transition area. Now, what are the benefits of biosphere reserve? The concept of a biosphere reserve concept can be applied to enhance human life and ensure environmental stability. So biosphere reserve is, first of all, it is enhancing human life by enriching the experience, providing research, education, and information, and it is ensuring environmental stability because it is protecting the biodiversity present in the area. Now it also is spreading awareness among local people and the government authorities on environmental issues. It attracts the additional funding which has been given by various organizations in and around the world for addressing environmental issues. Now, biosphere reserves serve as a learning place to demonstrate approaches to conservation and development for people as it does in logistic functions. In our next class, we will be comparing these national parks, sanctuaries, and biospheres with each other. Thank you so much.